Down some. What is up, everybody? All right. Man, it's been a minute since I've been live on this channel. Hey, goodness. Oh, hopefully everybody's doing good today. What's up, David? Hopefully you're doing good, man. This is a taking a look at English Frank, his Frankenstein album in full. This is something that I've looked at quite a bit of English Frank stuff. I've been told that this is like absolute gold for an album. So it's like, you know what? We'll take and just do a live reaction of the whole album instead of going song by song for a reaction. So I'm going ahead and start this up a little bit. Which there we go.
Sitting with your satellite kids and we realize it's not
100 bars.
This is my defining moment. See everything I've ever wrote's only a small fraction of what I lived and seen up on the roads. And I was rolling with my O's and O's. You're joking, I ain't talking open on the track when I still got investigations open. Got some real brothers in my team and some real ones too. Real ones holding the food. Cause you know a real you would never try and snake you unless you weren't real to him. Then he might flip out on you, but forget working hand to hand. I'm 27 fam, if I don't know where your mum lives, me and you ain't making plans. Flashbacks of hot boxing in a van. Always have my Marylands on tools and me. They call me handyman, I'm the fucking candy man. The same name and I'm there at your door with a fat draw. 3.2 for a score in 06. I pushed the 2.8 and a 3.2. Rolling dirty with no license. Give a fuck what the police do. The ends made me celebrate. Going D's without sex. Grinding so hard so one day I can leave these projects. See most of the orders I know are left in the ends with no friends on a bottle fucking it.
All right, I'm gonna do something else real quick. I'll take and bring up some lyrics over on my side because I caught most of that. I can keep up with most of it. However, he gets deep into it. See, now one of the things about him, I know a lot of his music from what I've reacted to so far has been it's a lot of it's about things that go on in the streets and everything like that, and a lot of it tells a story as well.
I have got a house and a Benz, forget 100-man crew. I'd rather a dog and a skeng and a couple real man, them that'll ride me to the end. He violated, say nothing, let me see him normal, see him again. See us believing who will believe that he's dead.
Before every great change comes a little pain. So while I'm struggling now, I keep on loving your job. He's gonna guide me along the way and help me rise through another day. Before every great change comes a little pain. So while I'm struggling now, I keep on loving your job. Guide me along the way and help me rise. Remember back.
Now, I will say this. I do love that chorus. For every great change comes a little pain. And that's true in life because change is not always easy. And a lot of times change is preceded by pain. You hurt in some way. Something hurts you and it takes and initiates that change that you make in your life. So definitely truthful on that. Cheers to the wifey. Yeah, I found a site, and hopefully it actually has the track listing, and it says Frankenstein album lyrics. So hopefully, as I go through the track listing, it'll have it for most of them.
We never really cared too tough about this life, we never had no vision. And we were stuck around the hype, just making bad decisions. With other clicks, having mad collisions. Then street robbing and shot and got half the man's in prisons. I lost contact with many a men in the pen. Had to hit the road and in the back and again. But that's the way the system wants them and they can't see it. Another soul off the road and they don't know that they're more than what they thought they were or could afford to wear. I'm on the air if I got the chance to make my plans finally fall into fruition. I bought the superstition cause I'm shining look while I'm rising up the route to wisdom. I need to find a balance. I'm trying to live lavish in a palace, but I got some bad habits that I need to manage. I'm a Star 9 member, locked in forever living it. Cause I'm not chilling at the bottom of this pyramid.
So I like that verse right there. It's talking about how taking and looking back on what was done, talking about robbing and stealing, but yet even going through all of that and having friends that wind up in prison and stuff like that, finally is in a position to take and have their dreams taken, to have his dreams actually happen without having to take and worry about that kind of stuff.
For every great change comes a little pain. So while I'm struggling now, I keep on loving your job. He's gonna guide me along the way and help me rise through another day. Before every great change comes a little pain. So while I'm struggling now, I keep on loving your job. Guide me along the way and help me rise.
My head is gone. My head is not a good head. Wishing someone might end my life so I can start it all again. I've done so much sinning. How the hell can I repent if karma's true? God, I probably want to see me catch lane. I still got a couple enemies, still got to catch them. I should have been the bigger man and let the guilt rot their soul. What if they don't feel the guilt? I got to teach them on my own, but then I'm back to square one. When will I learn to let it go? Beef,
man, that whole thing of talking about my head is gone, my head is not a good head, wishing someone, and it reads like mud in my life so I can start it all again. I'm done. I've done so much sin, and how the hell can I repent if karma's true? God will probably want to see me catch. Like, for real, like how many, just that right there, that self-reflection of like, man, I've done some shady crap, and knowing that you might, even down the road, even if you've taken a change just from the stuff you've done in the past, you might actually, still have to pay for some of those past sins, man. That's like a sense of self-awareness right there that you don't often hear.
Man is gunning for your life, being scared in the option, so you prepare yourself to die. Are you on that? 5-star hotel sipping on cognac, contactless combat contract, getting a combat from playing football with a tennis ball to playing football in a tennis court. On by my friend, I used to sell draw, used to dream of 5 bills. Now every other day I splash a monkey, frantic from bricky, playing with shotguns in the country, cooking pheasant on the barbecue, spitting a bar or two. My people own a bar or two, a couple barbers too. Certain man are still getting bars for 2. I can't sell bars to you, but I can die with you for a drink. 4 queens faces and pink. This life is not what you think. All of this materialistic bullshit want me to think. When your mama's singing hymns, when you're on your deathbed, wishing you never would have sinned, living a life of hate and leaving feeling soulless of it.
Man.
For every great change comes a little pain. So while I'm struggling now, I keep on loving your job. He's gonna guide me along the way and help me rise through another day. Before every great change comes a little pain. So while I'm struggling now, I keep on loving your job. Guide me along the way and help me rise.
Something tells me the rest of this album ain't going to be any different. It's going to be just as good and better than that. I've yet to hear anything bad by him, so something tells me this isn't going to be an album with like 4 or 5 good songs and the rest up being filler. Something tells me this whole thing is going to be like, holy crap, people need to hear this kind of stuff. Yes, actually, yeah. I can't remember if I've seen that one or not, but I'm definitely going to wind up taking a look at it because it's English Frank, and I've yet to see anything bad by him. Cheers to you. I appreciate you stopping through, man. Well, while that's going on, we'll take it down while it's going through the ads, since I don't have the paid for version of Spotify. Just got the free because hey, I can still listen to music. That's what matters, right? Right now, enjoying some Elijah Craig, some small batch bourbon. Tell you what, it is getting cold around here. I don't know about y'all where y'all at, but I know it's cold around these parts. At least for us, being in the South, we don't. Our cold season lasts from about a weekend of January to like 2 weeks of the first week of March, and it climbs back into the 80s and 90s with 100% humidity. So, what's everybody up to tonight? Oh, nice. See, Logic is hella talented. I love Mike Righteous. Like I've had Mike Righteous actually put 2 of my reactions up on his stories on Instagram and Facebook. Like I love his music too. And Logic is, I've seen, and I didn't react to it, but I watched an older video of, it was the People's Army with Logic, Mike Righteous, and a few others. And it's like grainy type footage too. Like it's not even like really good quality footage, but the freestyling is crazy. So yes, very much proper rappers. That's awesome. All right, so now it's back. Let's see. Share. There we go. Oh, that might help. Here, let me back this up because I forgot I muted it because of the ads. Chester P, that dude is crazy lyrically. Oh my god. And no, I haven't checked out Skinny Man, but I will. But Chester P, man, his Fire in the Streets, and then I checked out 2 more things of his. Oh my god, dude is like hella talented lyrically. He's crazy because the references and the metaphors that he uses to take and get his point across, it paints such a picture. Mentally, he's one of those artists that the metaphors and the pictures painted and the depth that he goes to with some of those things, man. 99, holy crap. Well, that's a wee bit, yeah, you're right. That's a wee bit toasty.
It's for Smiley stick, for Mark Duggan and the others I will ride out. We can't spit a
and cheers
out.
To you.
We're gonna start the revolution when the bike's out. Freedom fires, 1 salute to all my lifers. 2 guns up, 3 dum-dums, 4 in a bit when I re-up. We done a lot, but they didn't see us. The industry needs to get beat up. I've had enough of all these wannabe street thugs. 5 mean mugs, 6 never seen drugs, 7 never beat slugs, 8 punks, 9-star general. 10 gun talkers and no walkers. Shook a 1-on-1, 1-to-1 free talkers. 1-4 score draw, 1-5 if you're lucky. You're 16 the feds, don't call your mummy. I'm 12 steps ahead. I grew around the 28s. 2-9 Steeler Brothers fate. 30s when my daughter came. 31 and I'm back on the road again. 32 and I feel to start all again.
First things first, let me take 2 seconds to say this. Free the man then. Free my nigga. 4-4 long, that's my favorite hunting. 5 shots from the snub, leave your features absent. Sick nigga, won't have it from 6 niggas. On it 7 days a week, don't fuck with no bitch niggas. Pause. I ain't got no time to hate. We get it in round there. When's the last you ate? I can tell who fake, and I can tell you lie. I recognize what's real, and I can smell who grinds. You're talking all this stuff, you better take your time.
Dude, this is absolutely like, rarely am I lost for words for stuff, but like the first 2 people that come on here, like I'm just enthralled.
Someone called your bluff with a big old 9, still up in the gutter, fresh out the loony bin, pushing top bins with a 10 straight Roonian. They say you dogs go to heaven, that's bullshit. You can't get to heaven with an 11 and a full clip. I'd rather get judged by 12 than go A&E. That's why I keep a yank by my pelve. Niggas couldn't fuck one of my girls. You've been bad since 013. Allow it, I'm back on my bullshit. Mac and a full clip, all these fucking dubs, how the fuck am I supposed to balls it? I'm out on these mean streets, round where the fiends meet, hype you can see teeth, that's where the DC.
I told him 1, I told him 2. I ain't got no free time, I went straight for his eyes. 5 minutes later, ambulance picked up the hater. 6 of us jumped in a 7-seat and disappeared like vapor. 8 in the morning, 9 fine rippers in a brass house. 10 pills and 11 bills later, I had to pass out. Now it's 12 o'clock and I got 13 shots in the line. In the last hour straight, just run 14 or 15 times. I'm only 60 miles per hour on my pushback. That's the hood life. Don't push a big whip if you're pushing big whites. I'm 17 man and Joe and over 18.
Dude, this is...
Before was 19, so I had to keep a level head because it's game 2 life. I could be next. I could take 20 to the chest and just get knocked off my peg. Either way, I ain't never scared of death. I work on it. 21 gun salute with 22, so my tribute on him. Too many marksmen, gloves and a mask on. 23 hours a day, I was vested up. It's only when I took a shower that the vest came off. 24 But I was at the young drunk, losing all touch. I had a 25 to life, piece rested up. Thank God I never had to use it, God bless my luck. Just to think we'll never saw 26, now I'm 27. Got a kid, a fat ass chick, a car, and a crib blood.
Dude, this whole, oh my goodness, man, because all of them between calibers of guns, shots, the drugs, like the referencing to, oh, this is, oh my goodness. I see the reason why it's named the way it is, but the way they take and incorporate the numbers it's absolutely genius because it, oh my goodness. I'll check it out. I'll check them out. See, it's been a minute since I did the Logic Fire in the Booth, and I'll have to revisit that Fire in the Booth though, because it's been a hot minute. Unknown King of the UK. I could, dude, with the metaphors and lyricism that he's got, the way he paints a picture, take and get his point across. That's art encapsulated right there. Like that's the epitome, I think, of like when I think of the way, and I understand there's different styles of rap and stuff like that, but if you're going to take and tell a story within a song, like that's especially use rapping as your medium, that right there encapsulates like the perfect way to do it. What's up, Hobo? Cheers to you, man. 150 names is literally 150 names. So I'm about to check. I'm gonna check out Skinny Man. I'll definitely check him out.
May 16th, 986, the day that I entered this bitch. Brixton frontline, pure madness playing out as kids. Man would see me in New Park, man would see me in Rex, see me in Guinness Trust, kicking ball on my brand new cracks. See me in Tulsa, I blend them up on them with TMS. Even in Norwood, getting chased down because of the end stratum. Mega ball saps, I'm going hammer to my friends. Ferndale on Brocco Park football tournaments, they were intentionally every day of summer, 94, 95. You'll catch me Dixon's playground riding the death slide. Summer, late in the Loughborough, running a big head. I used to get message from couple man from MZ. Stockport to Kennerton, Phil's back down to Relton Road. I used to pay him Bob Marley Way and Marcus Garvey Way. Clapping red bricks and Matthews back down to 5 ways. There's no hype, mate. Enough man is tight, mate. Enough man is tight, mate. Streets, the roads, the highs, the lows, the cash, the dough, your friends, your foes, the sags, the hoes, the weed.
Dude, like his English Frank, the way he tells his stories, the way he takes and structures stuff in his raps is just. It's easy for to take and follow a lot of, even if I don't catch every word, I at least am able to take and like, I'm able to follow along with what he's talking about. And every one of them take and deal, like this is another prime, and I'm going to take and rewind it back here just to.
I'm up on them with TMS, even in Norwood, getting chased down because of the end stratum. Mega ball saps, I'm going hammer to my friends. Ferndale on Brocco Park football tournaments, they were intentionally every day of summer, 94, 95. You'll catch me Dixon's playground riding the death slide. Summer, late in the Loughborough, running a big head. I used to get message from couple man from MZ. Stockport to Kennerton, Phil's back down to Relton Road. I used to pay him Bob Marley Way and Marcus Garvey Way. Clapping red bricks and Matthews back down to 5 ways. There's no hype, mate. Enough man is tight, mate. Enough man is tight, mate. Streets.
And this talking about the, dealings with his friends, but also dealing drugs and stuff like that. Doing life, doing things on the way he's did things in the streets. It's just, but the way he takes and tells everything, man, it's Jest is also very good. Holy crap, that cat right there, his stuff is something else as well, man. I haven't done enough of him or Chester P stuff on the channel, just being honest. Mud Family. All right, Mud Files. I'm gonna check that out. Dude, y'all got some hella talented folks over there.
The roads, the highs, the lows, the cash, the dough, your friends, your foes, the sags, the hoes, the weed, the crow, the crack, the coke, and the guns go. The streets, the roads, the highs, the lows, the cash, the dough, your friends, your foes, the sags, the hoes, the weed, the crow, the crack, the coke, and the guns go. This is a kingdom, and there's too much kings in this castle. You ain't a bad man, just twist your little for arson. You'll be 10 times on top if you was playing for Arsenal. And you're locked in jail for arson, you could be paying for arson. Wenger, and she's don't love no one, they got their own agenda. See, most man that was on the top and now up on the bottom. And most man that was on the bottom are still up on the bottom. The system wins 10 out of 10, fam. It's not contending. Now the streets become rich because they see me in the fender. Please, I was making more pleas when I was on road defending. If I could take it all back, I never would have rap. This shit's beating up my face and fucking up all my plans. If you come on the police to know who I am, got my Twitter map, my Facebook, my phone tap, my house car, I'm back Charlie. Had me calling hard, I'm like, fuck Scotland Yard. After weighing up my options, I stopped weighing up bars, but I still weigh your face in the bar. On a dark night, bellied up, looking like Bane. On a mad hype, I've got no young bucks to run through my dirty. You die, get the 45-year-old man to 45-year son at the same time I'm flying out to Paris.
Now he's correct, and I don't care where you're at. The system's always going to win. It's always going to take in favor the rich man over somebody that's poor and having to take and make his streets and make his living in the streets. And he's talking about the doubleness and thinking about whenever he's weighing his bars. I mean, you got drugs and then also the bars with the lyrics and stuff like that. But he decided to move on for that because he had to take and he had started taking and getting younger cats to take and do his dirty work for him. And that ain't, you know, that's even that right there. That's, you still got skin in the game, but you're also putting somebody else at risk with having them do it.
In the sun, my alibi is airtight, like the conjuring nun. The barrel got spun in the gun and you got spun like a web. Dread the truth stays in my head until my deathbed. It's the streets, the roads, the highs, the lows, the cash, the dough, your friends, your foes, the sags, the hoes, the weed, the crow, the crack, the coke, and the guns go. The streets, the roads, the highs, the lows, the cash, the dough, your friends, your foes, the sags, the hoes, the weed, the crow, the crack, the coke, and the guns go.
See, now I'm about to take and check that name out too. Genesis Elijah. I've never heard of, man, I got, for whatever reason, I got gnats that followed me in from outside. That's never, I never heard that name. I'm about to check these folks out that you've told me about. Skinny Man, Mongo. I'll check out the Mud Files. Definitely. All right. I'll be able to take and go through and actually review these comments and actually do reactions to them. Now, I'll probably do the recording of the reactions this weekend. So some point in time later this next week, you'll wind up seeing reactions to all this. So next song is Any Genre. What is English Frank doing these days? I mean, I heard he's selling real estate now, but I've read through some Reddit threads and stuff like that. And it seems like that folks don't really know exactly what he's doing these days. Because and why did he stop? Why did he stop? That's my question. Why did he stop making music? Because my God. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'm appreciative to everybody that's over there because my very first music reaction was actually on my other channel, and it was a Linkin Park song. And I actually had somebody reach out to me after that, talking about, hey, check out Immortal Technique. And then I had a channel or a rapper on the West Coast over here reach out to me, hey, can you react to one of my songs? And then in Immortal Technique, in the comments section, about 2 days later, I realized that, and it might have been another Immortal Technique because I did SPM and then Immortal Technique, another one of his. But somebody commented, hey, if you like this, check out Low Key Abomination. Well, then in the comment section under Low Key's Abomination, I had people saying, hey, check out Akala, check out. And I stopped. that channel over there wound up transitioning to looking at electric vehicles and automotive stuff and tech and everything like that. So I started this channel, and the very first reaction, one of the first reactions I did was, I think it was Low Key, his Fire in the Booth Part 2. And then I just kept on because most of the requests that I'd gotten on the other channel had been the rappers that were in the UK. So without people requesting me to take and actually look at the music that's over there, like I wouldn't have gotten like near as much, I don't think, as far as views and things of that nature when the channel started out as it did, because I was going to try to take and just do the popular stuff and like whatever other actor was reacting to music wise, as far as like the YouTube type stuff. And this has been, it's number one, I've listened to music that it's much better than a lot of what we have, than a shit ton of what we have over here. And then on the flip side of that, it's led me to taking a looking at, it's one of the reasons why I looked at the video on English languages, and then from the English languages and the feedback I got off of that and all the people that enjoyed seeing that, to looking at the English dialects and everything else that I've gone on to, it's because I respect so much the people that watch my stuff. Over 50% of my subscribers are in the UK or in England, Scotland, and Ireland, and it's just the way I see it. Even it doesn't matter if it's just music, and it doesn't matter if it's looking at the sports that are over there, or some of the cultural foods that are over there that we don't take and serve in restaurants over here, or some of the other stuff I plan on looking at. It's as a means of appreciation and getting to know a little bit more about those of y'all over there, because without so much input from people in the UK, I really wouldn't have, I don't think, I don't think my channel would be near what it is. I really don't. So this is more of thank you. This is something that a lot of folks have told me, you need to take a look at his album, his whole Frankenstein album and stuff like that. So this is more of appreciation for the support I've gotten over there. Oh, that's okay. Well, cheers to you. Thanks for stopping in. Wales, how are things in Wales tonight? Over here in the U.S., people are going crazy. Where I'm at, it's cold as all hell. Hopefully, things are looking better over there. So let's go ahead and any genre.
Give me the beat. See, I'm about to give this beat some beats. Anytime I touch the mic, you know it's getting eat. Still got a new bar every day of the week. So many bars, but I ain't no sheep. Bars and a sheep, bars and a beat, bars and a rave, bars and a street, bars on a page. I'm on a bar rage.
I like that. Give me the mic, and I'm gonna eat bars, but I'm not a sheep. Bars, but I'm not. Dude, he's. I like this.
Well, I could have been locked in the cage. I used to sell bars, now I sell bars. Go on and I buy my bars today. It's a bar thing, I'm with the barking. Barking and my party starting. Up in the bar and I'm back in the jig and I'm up on the stage and I'm bar missing. I do this for the man that's trapped, writing bars in the bing. Writing bars in the cell, spitting bars in the wing. Cause they got caught with 9 bars. I'm barked off the 9 in bars. Everywhere yeah, I'll be barring about bars. And my barber will get in the trim. I bent the walls, I got bar from the bar, cause I bent the bars, I got bar from the gym. Lyricalism is my religion, no fibbing, I ain't no politician. Sorry if I shocked your system, I'm a madman on a mission. Head chef, up in the kitchen, there's no competition, I'm even a mission. Show me, you know that's me. Hip-hop or DMBC, staying true is true to me. Yeah, truly, I'm a true MC. Any show me, you know that's me. Rap, grime or house and GC, staying true is true to me. Yeah, truly, I'm a true, I'm scandalistic.
I love that, like, that electronic tone to it that you hear, that you would get in like a club, like that sound that you got under the beat. Like, I like that. I like the whole first verse taking and tying everything to bars, whether it be talking about drugs, whether it be talking about people being behind bars, doing time behind bars, taking in it being bars that he's spitting or bars that he's writing. Like,
with characteristics that's cannibalistic. I'm flabbergasted. Most MCs think more than sticky ass shit. I'm right here, whoever wants it. Whoever's asking, you wanna dance with the devil? Come on, let's get to dancing, but I'd rather sit with a fat ass chick with big lips and big hips and watch her both give me head while she's doing a split. See, I'm a sick, twisted, get up, put my fist where she sits, then I'm a rider. Big apple head cider, we're drinking apple cider. My style is drunken tiger.
Oh my goodness.
Wild monkey style. Got me hanging off trees while I'm inside them. I might feel that with saliva. I'm a feed for the vagina. If you feed it to me, you feed it into a tight room. Viagra, I'm a boss more than Niagara. Super soak the badger, dagger that the pussy cat. I made the rupee bone smasher. I got a smasher, so every day I got a smasher. My girl's Fanny's calling, so I'm about to ring it like a basher. Any show you know that's me. Hip hop for DMBs, he's staying true, is true to me. Yeah, truly, I'm a true MC. Any show you know that's me. Rap, grime, or house of G's, he's staying true, is true to me. Yeah, truly, I'm a true MC. I don't deal with it the way that they deal with it. I'm the real deal, so it's best to just deal with it. Yeah, I was spitting to chopper 12 years ago. I stopped getting drunk 12 years ago. Sometimes my tongue can't deal with my flow, but I know my lungs can always deal with my poet. Christmas, I smoke a whole Christmas tree. Literally, man, I smoke a whole Christmas tree. I got lemons, blueberries, cheese and strawberries. Why would I have lemons, blueberries, cheese and strawberries? Because I'm a herbaholic, chronic skunk fiend, connoisseur, cannabis junkie. You're getting an old feet, can't get the right line, mate, and you get 40 O's on the street. I used to farm, now I MC, but ironically, a lot of these MCs have stopped MCing and started farming because of me. I had to fall back on my famous, bringing heat up on my crew. Scotland Yard's for calling me. I don't want to talk to you.
I love the energy of this one. I love the energy and the vibe of this one. Not tonight. Led Zeppelin will take and get your stuff kicked off off of YouTube. Excuse me. Get kicked off of YouTube real quick. They'll shut that down. And I don't know why, because Led Zeppelin's so good to listen to. I love me some Zeppelin.
Yeah, I had techno from young. I make a girl shimmer when she come. Always wear Johnny on my gun, stay low key on the roadside G's. Most of African beat is politically peak, come on a shallow. And to add to that, moving a pack man, I make a don't move his straps. And the devil in the ghetto, he get shy Steve for your P money Roxanne. Yeah, XO no lay when I'm on the mic, I'm far from righteous. 10 years hustling, so I made it all meal trips done.
I like how he's using the names of different. Like so far, I've heard three different artists that I've reacted to, but he's using them in a way that's.
So DV on the hill came out solo, drip become a good fella and chill by the streets of the car like back. I need a cash line. Do you want to overcane or you're a pro with the green? I can mash in this town, I can meet peace.
It's English Frank. It's Frankenstein album.
Young and I had enough prep mums, LANS, she can never be a jammer or settle for less on my birthday dates. Always had big cakes. Roll with a blade, smoke J's by the spade. Double got adjusted because I'm a farmer G. From young me and Jamie stepped to MIC like a young temperature. So don't test man G. I got crazy with a ditch from old solo with a 4-5. Used to be Mars, all skinny man. Raised in the dirt, came from the mud.
So I hear Skinny Man.
Shot flip tricks, grams, there's no jest. I can get big nasty. I lash man's neck off, I and hyper. I get the black from Joe, I get the P from Rodney. On my Jack Jones, fam, I never feared no Robbie boy, but I know I don't roll deep. I roll with a mystic and dynamite under my seat. My straw, make an example of this beat. Tell them ghosts, I'll be sincere from head to feet. The sticky back, got a rotten up, and a Charlie soft jump off the word and roll. Just chickens to move a box, getting frisco. Feckin' no, I'm supposed to smile at the cops, don't make a squeak, so we're with them.
Using all these names to take and tell you what he's going to take and get, or he's going to take and go with things. Like, holy crap, dude! Like, I know I say the word like and crap, and I'll take in holy cow and things like that. I've got a larger vocabulary than what I show, but whenever I take and get excited, or I've got something that just it hits me, but then I words come to my mind, but the way to take and actually the way to say them, or the word that I'm thinking of, getting it out sometimes doesn't help. So I do a piss poor job of what I'm actually thinking, unfortunately. So or of explaining what I'm hearing, and I've been trying to work on that. It just doesn't. So yeah, I realize that. I realize that I don't recognize, like, I recognize Nasty, I recognize Mike, I recognize Righteous and Low Key, and I think I heard Logic in there too, and I heard Skinny Man, but like I don't recognize the other names.
Walking and pain in the yards, wishing an angel walked in. Aid off on the 32 so car, left the wretch stringy on his bashy sofa. Young guns don't walk with planks of timber. His heartless crews have got big calibers if that don't phase her. They get wily on some coal and steel, and get married with a sailor. Scorch or reminisce a poet, a grime daily. A big Harry shot in a sway Mercedes. Or in a shack with dirty goods and a stumps and a stick and a dump with TK and a JD. Craze 24 like I dropped a D, double E, got pound sterling with the excuse for peas. On my daddy guap, a little meaning from the get coke. Tap me phone like it's the first week I get coke. In the manner in the streets, watch with your bop, it gets Lyrical for the pedo. Take it for socks for your nuts, they get cringed. It's Zimbo, the devil man, I put you in the van, no matter your colours. It's the Mitchell Brothers, a DJ ironic, this is trolley. Terminator wave and a tech with no face, and gunshots at SFX. It's a Max Star screws present through your vest. Man, I'm marvel at your belly mess. For life's just a cipher, life's just a test, it could be mega mayhem. Paradise at best, don't chase chip, if you're trying to chase happiness. I'm sick of the game, sick of the stress, sick of the strain, sick of the same old saying, it ain't a biggie to pack up. I don't think these men understand what I'm really saying. We shutting this shit down forever. Go and check the record books. I don't need to say no fucking more.
That's insane talent right there. Like, that's to be able to do something like that. Take names of other rappers, other MCs, and use them to take and make a point, or to take and actually talk about how you're going to take and get yours in the industry, and after you're done with everything, you're just going to shut everything down. Like, you don't see stuff like that. That's crazy.
Microban 24 protects against Staphylococcus aureus.
All right, so while us taking and doing this little thing with the, man, where do these little gnats come from? Like, the only time I ever take and get these little gnats is whenever I want to take and go live. Like, legit, every time I want to go live, I'll have like a gnat or two that just right here around me for whatever reason. They'll take and fly around my computer, and it's like, you little bastards. Like, I got a ring light and everything right here that I don't understand where these things. Literally, they haven't been here in the room all day, but the minute I go live, here they are. So, yeah, he's man, about to get upset.
I mean, it's got 6 rows and 1.
Okay, still won't. Okay, Charmin. No, I did not. I have not watched that yet. Actually. Wait a minute. You're talking about the one that you sent via email. Yes, I have watched that. Come on now. Damn it. I have watched that. And the thing is, I believe I'd already seen it. Yeah, I'd already seen that one. Apparently they do. Apparently they do. Junzu Fire in the Booth. All right, I'll put it on the list. Or depending on how long doing the live reaction to this album right here takes. Might just do that afterwards. Take and do that one, and I've reacted to Lunar C, his third Fire in the Booth. I haven't even looked at his first two, so I was thinking that after I got done with the reacting to this, that'd be another thing I'd take and react to before I took and ended the stream. So I'll take and add that to it as well. All right. Goodbye with Mike Righteous. Now, this song I actually reacted to on the channel already. So actually what I'll do is I'll come down here to the one with Big Nasty. So I don't think I haven't reacted to Big Nasty yet.
Smoking ammo with the famo. Blood, I'm in the water where it's deep, you're in the end where it's shallow. More than weed was got me Ross Clark Harrow, I'm a nut job. NHS certified wacko. Antidepressants, weed and tobacco. Life's been pain, nearly made me insane. Long story, cuzzy, you know how that go. Life's been pain from the get-go. Trying to keep my eye on the sparrow, but my pathway's narrow. It's me and my fucking shadow out here. Cuzzy, these niggas, they want my marrow. Making me over paro, but they know I'm a wacko out here. I'm going for the bankroll, but it's coming with the aggro. Man, they want me gone, lying on the strip.
So I like how he said that people, they be coming for his marrow. So basically they coming for his life. Going for the bankroll, coming with aggro. So he's aggressively going after things like. Tell you what, here's one of the things I'll do while I'm right here. So let me. So if you tried sending the link didn't come through, unfortunately. Okay, words not weapons. All right, man. Well, appreciate you stopping through. You yeah, get the squirrels late and get the squirrels down, the squirrel kiddos down in the nest.
Red, like I'm a fucking bowl, a fucking swag bowl. Fuck that, it's pain from it's that mode. Pain, the ghetto child, nocturnal like an owl. For the trials and tribulations, what we face on here and now. To a person who is normal to the demon in the crowd. Wanna be the beast in my belly screaming out. Mind of a madman. 4 or 5 on the enemy, they done know it's man down. I bang the blue, I get vexed, see a lot of red. Fried fish and curry goat when a nigga's dead. Licking out a nigga's head, blood fly far, it all dropped to my nigga's creps. Ever seen a kitchen knife touch your fucking neck? See a lot of red shit, fam, see a fucking mess. Skull and bones, niggas wanna take your flesh. 6 foot deep in the grave burning frankincense. A lot of niggas would live if they have the sense. Every penny needs to fucking pound. Cuzzy is pain, silver surface, I'm trying to ride my way.
Dude, that was a nice verse. So real quick before we get, let's see. New window. Bring this over here real quick just so I can be sure. So is that yours right there? It says Gleam Cipher and it's the at words not weapons. Is that the one you were trying to take and tell? Is that what you're talking about?
Baby mama drama fucking up the brain. Babylon boys want me in a cage. You know it's dog each day. Yo, these gray clouds won't go away. I smoke cold cause I'm trying to ease the pain. I swear down, I gotta fight this pain. Yo.
I'm trying to stay humble and wise. I see me in my son's eyes. Trying to leave the devil behind cause I know God's my only light. But I still gotta fight, yes, I still gotta ride. If my best friend calls me up tonight, I can't just drop my honor and pride. Without the pride, I would be free. Pride has made me do things I never ever wanted to do because it had a hold in me. I beat the shit out of a friend because he owes some peace to me. Maybe he couldn't pay me back. Maybe there's something wrong with me. Praise that. Would it be? Let me leave this THC. Fuck your problems online. I've got more problems in the streets. That's better about banging it for me. There's always rubbers on my heat. Fully covered in Vaseline. And no chasing my magazine. And no chasing back to the scene. Matter of fact, fuck the scene. I was the best before when I'm going daily at SP. And that fact to a main till someone that does 100 bars of truth 3 and 100 bars of truth 4 ain't coming out till someone shoots with me. And us is one of the same. We're both raised in hell on these dirty streets. I raise hell on any man that touches the woman that made me. Maybe one day I'll be free, but free as a mind stating. Right now my state of mind is hating, crime, my fate is blind. Feel I need to leave this rap game to really clear my mind. Really leave the drugs alone, leave all of the weed behind. Really learn to be a man, really learn to be a dad. Try to understand, come to find find out who I really am, but the devil's on my shoulder and he's holding me back. Telling me right out on my enemies, there's no holding me back. Just push the let up in the strap, then go and push the head back. And drive off in a Benz, see your tricks in your jack, smoking the L on your jacks. I still ain't got no fucking tax, as I'm still a fucking criminal. The same big title will make that eyewitness finger you. Bunch of fake criminals running around on the online hype. Stay online all you like, I'm really living my life, dickhead.
Pussy is pain, silver suffrage, I'm trying to ride my wave. Baby mama drama fucking up the brain. Babylon boys want me in a cage. You know it's not eat up each day. Yo, these gray clouds won't go away. I smoke cold cause I'm trying to ease the pain. I swear down, I gotta fight this pain, yo.
Now Frank's verse, the way he started out talking about, being an example for his kid, taking in, that having his God being his only light, basically, but also still having that devil over his shoulder and talking about the way he's needing to take and leave the drugs and possibly even the rap game alone just so he can clear his head, clear his mind, get in the right frame of things. And the things he have, fighting his friend because he owed him money and stuff like that. And then just the emotion behind what he was talking about once he got past the first two bars there, everything past that, the emotion, it felt like there was emotion in that as he was talking about going through the struggles, of dealing with drugs, doing that to his friend, asking whether or not the problem's with him. And dude, this is one of the reasons why I so enjoy hearing this cat's music, because it's not the only time I've heard that type of emotion on his. All right, so real quick, since we got a couple songs left on the English Frank. We're going ahead and we're gonna check your stuff out, man. Yeah, I see he come out with it. I see he come out with a new song. I know I'm behind on catching on that one, but I am gonna react to Jelly Rolls only. Now, Gleam, this is the one that you're talking about. This is your cipher or whatever on Words Not Weapons. So go ahead and take a look at it, because we still got like 5 or 6 songs left on for the English Frank for Frankenstein. So.
Risky business, crossing over the misty bridges. I'm living it down with a crowd of kids who kick shitless. Shifty little lippy nippers, run by militant hippie figures, beginning the demolition of anyone bigger than us. You can't get rid of us by killing us. We're chilling around in millions, familiar to the villainous and hideous civilians. Been given a minimum, I'm gonna start the Gideon.
I like your scheme on here. I like the rhyme scheme on here, dude.
Far from innocent, nah, you gotta be kidding. Never depend upon your recognition. When checking a second edition, a definite definition's kept forbidden. My apparition had permission to flatten your lack of vision and have you cacking it, cause at the acquisition, attacking tacky spitters and dragging them out around the rivers. Inconsiderate idiots blagging about the bin delivered. You're gonna detach your fingers, tapping on cracks in windows, and the more you chat, the more you're gonna get injured. Whingers, bought in, supporting, according. Deforming the normal to broaden extortion. With stored resources forced to be ordered. It's all good, because what you give is what you're rewarded. With or without warning, I sort of get the feeling I'm falling, but I keep on walking, my feet are haunted. Calling storm winds to audit recordings, now they're all appallingly distorted. Fighting for a lost cause, wandering gospel, climbing up the drain pipe, knocking on locked doors, keeping my aim high, dropping on shop floors, pocketing stock, not giving a toss if I got caught. Clocking the coppers, I'm giving a what for, swinging around a hot torch. Don't want to be robbed, then what you stop for? Kaya piping, lying wide of my nostril, to be an apostle it costs more. You don't want to die, but now you've lost yours.
Wow. Dude, that was nice. Dude, that was nice. Holy crap, you took and killed that shit, dude. For real? What? Oh, thank you for taking and actually putting that you've got something like that out there. That's awesome. Now you said you've been heavily involved in the hip hop scene for 20 years. Like, I've actually got your channel up over here. Well, yeah, well, I had your channel up. Yeah, because you're like the first one that comes up. So you've got your own music out and everything like that. I mean, well, homie, I've got your you got a new sub here, so, and since if anybody else wants to take a look at what he's got, man, there you go. I just took and dropped the link, so if you want to check out more of the stuff, it's right there. He's got 4 videos on his channel. So, but you've got you record with the Wailers. Holy crap, dude, that's crazy. Little daggone naps. Dude, that's crazy. That's awesome. I'm sure you got a couple stories you could tell. Let's get back into it real quick. That's hella cool. Talk battle rapping. Oh wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, meet the animal.
Car chases, court cases, 5-star country, auto dages, my big telescope full spaceships. You ain't never give a man no facelift. Face it, your one flow's basic. I leave a favorite MC on a front page faceless. I don't need to name names, I'm the best blatant. Face it off, this game's filled with waste men talking about shotguns, but they ain't never shotguns. So it's best you shut your fucking mouth before you end up getting shot, son. So stop with your banger grammar. I don't need to bang a hammer or bang a man up. I got man doing bang.
He just took and said, hold on, let me rewind this back some because.
Ladies and gentlemen, meet the animal.
Car chases, court cases, 5-star country, auto dages, my big telescope full spaceships. You ain't never give a man no facelift. Face it, your one flow's basic. I leave a favorite MC on a front page faceless. I don't need to name names, I'm the best blatant. Face it off, this game's filled with waste men talking about shotguns, but they ain't never shotguns. So it's best you shut your fucking mouth before you end up getting shot, son.
All these fellas talking about they shot guys, but they never shot guys. So better shut.
Stop with your banger grammar. I don't need to bang a hammer or bang a man up. I got men doing banger cause they bang a man up. Bangers can't hang up. Just the other day I banged a man up. And even if I am blowing up this year, I go out have man then banging on the tier. If any given time I could be right there. True to my crime career, a rhyme premiere. See on my estate, we don't listen to Drake. We listen to Young Tef for J Space. We love XO, I'm Big Speako. One more time it is.
Nice.
The sound I train 8 like we grew up with school
That's
faces.
awesome,
Smiling
dude.
they get you robbed on my
Like,
places. Landed a faceless, pure hatred and no caps that beat the dogs of pig whips. It's blatantly modern day slave. We just come to the hood and just see what we see. A money shop next to it, off your next door, bookie next to it, off your next door, bookie. Mad.
I love the beat on this. Like the beat on this is killer. Like I love the track, but the beat on this with that electronic sound that he's got in the background up underneath the beat. Like dude, that kind of stuff right there. I love that. That's because if you take the rap off, keep the beat, keep that electronic sound. Like if you take and put a bass drop into it, along with some more electronic behind it, like that's the type of club music I like listening to every so often. Whenever I just want to take and chill and play, I'm playing a video game and want to take and be a little bit hype with stuff.
I don't need to going for me to go all out. I'm already in and I'm out of my mind. I find myself trying to find myself, talking to myself by myself all of the time. Granddad spit fire, used to spit fire on the Germans. Now I spit fire with a German. My man never spit fire for your earnings. If you ain't giving it up, burn them. We don't fuck with snakes if I vote. Unless I fucking them and I ask for ice pokes. I'm a death wish, I don't want to die. Oh, they got mud fucks running inside of my skull. Head gone, head no good, head blown. Rock about baby, your wifey's dope. How you gonna talk like you're really, really bad when you're only really bad on your microphone? Forget it. I will eat your heart. I'm not talking about rapping. I will eat your heart.
Oh, so you're just hard on the microphone. You, outside of the music, you just taking it basically. You front on stuff. You just say this stuff behind the mic. You ain't really about that.
Ain't even rich, don't even start. I will get even Steven on your clout. Hollow heart, drunken soldier, but see me get mad at the second I get sober. Will see me in a rover with a revolver. He just see a paid ex-service soldiers who will do this thing. Do not sing, buy big jars and we don't buy bling. Grow on food and we grow yours too. Money grows on trees, you said that we're true. We going so hard that we go.
That is true, David.
Eat you if I'm not eating food. I had food in the fridge and no food in the fridge. So food was the way I was eating food.
It's the real deal, son of bitches. And all you haters, you gonna die.
Like I said, I've yet to take none of this is filler. I don't think this was as how do I put this? I don't think this was as good as like Numbers or Dance with the Devil or even Goodbye, but I wouldn't consider it filler. It's just too good. This be like it'd be a single on somebody else's album. Like just a vibe point on that. Like it had the beat and everything being upbeat and everything like it was. Like I said, I don't properly explain stuff sometimes because what I'm thinking, it doesn't properly compute through this way. I don't. All of his stuff is good. Everything on this album so far is good. Like, I don't think Pain was as good as Goodbye, even though Pain was still a very solid track because between Narsty's track, where he's talking about how people coming from, he's gonna not only is he gonna deal the pain, he's been dealt, and people are trying to take and deal him the pain. English Frank talking about basically the devil is over his shoulder that he's always having to fight against. Any genre, the 150 names, I think any genre was better than Pain. I think Goodbye is better than Pain. However, it's such a solid track that it's hard to take and detract from. There's like really no comparison between track to track. I mean, you don't really see that often with artists where, yeah, they've got 3, 4, 5 good tracks. These are all filler. There's, it doesn't really, all of these, there's no real, this says Frankenstein, and I think that's appropriate because you got tracks where he's taking and talking about doing better and getting away from that street lifestyle and doing better for himself, doing good in life. And then you've also got tracks where like that street part where that aggressiveness, that I'll fuck you up, definitely is out, and he's not worried about the whole. This is the deal. This is the deal, whether you like it or not. And if you think I'm wrong, I'm gonna put you in your place, basically. And every track is standalone by itself, even though it fits within the context of the album itself. If that makes sense. Like it's hard to take and place these against each other whenever they're so solid in and of themselves. There we go. That's what I was thinking. Exactly, like trying to pick your least favorite kid. I think that's very appropriate for this.
It's the world that we live in. Always been a foul child. Life as a shorty shouldn't be so rough. A young dude selling drugs and such, who never had much and knows how it feels to wake up fucked up. It's the world that we live in. Always been a foul child. Life is a shorty, shouldn't be so rough. A young youth selling drugs and such, who never had much and knows how it feels to wake up fucked up. I got 150 men in black, and most of them are white. Most of them pedal white, and none of them relate to hype. Most of them got a Twitter, most of them got an online life. So most of them don't even know about online hype. It's just on road, on point, on job and on site. And if you move the one up without your finger, best prepare to die. My uncle Peter never had none. Now he's sitting in Barbados on his £250,000 yacht, and he's sipping rum. No one man that can't speak properly on his fourth property. Don't judge a book by their covers, the moral of my story. Now we import our dogs from overseas, where you get your dogs for free from a prick that breeded a dumb ugly bitch on heat. I don't scream free my G's, cause most of my G's in the jail. We don't tell no strangers that we put food on the scales. When I've got keys at a higher height, low key. Why the fuck would I want the road to know me when I move through to my loan? It's the world that we live in. Always been a foul child. Life is a shorty, shouldn't be so rough. A young youth selling drugs and such, who never had much and knows how it feels to wake up fucked up. It's the world that we live in.
My apologies. Like the beat and everything with this. It's I didn't pay attention to a lot of the verse just because I was vibing so much with the beat that's on this. Sorry.
No, but on the hype is it's the world that we live in. Always been a foul child. Life is a shorty, shouldn't be so rough. A young youth selling drugs and such, who never had much and knows how it feels to wake up fucked up. It's the world that we live in. Always been a foul child. Life is a shorty, shouldn't be so rough. A young youth selling drugs and such, who never had much and knows how it feels to wake up fucked up. I got 150 men in black, and most of them are white. Most of them pedal white, and none of them relate to hype. Most of them got a Twitter, most of them got an online life. So most of them don't even know about online hype. It's just on road, on point, on job and on site. And if you move the one up without your finger, best prepare to die.
Yeah, so he's got a crew that's taking that's moving drugs. He's talking about they're too young. They don't know about the online hype, but they're going to take and they're going to take and do their job. They're going to take and, man, that's a you take and have stuff like that. That's you've got. It's not somebody I want to take and piss off, to be honest with you.
On sight. And if you move the one up without your finger, best prepare to die. My uncle Peter never had none. Now he's sitting in Barbados on his £250,000 yacht, and he's sipping rum. No one man that can't speak properly on his fourth property. Don't judge a book by their covers, the moral of my story. Now we import our dogs from overseas, where you get your dogs for free from a prick that breeded a dumb ugly bitch on heat. I don't scream free my G's, cause most of my G's in the jail. We don't tell no strangers that we put food on the scales. When I've got keys at a higher height, low key. Why the fuck would I want the road to know me when I move through to my loan? It's the world that we live in. Always been a foul child. Life is a shorty, shouldn't be so rough. A young youth selling drugs and such, who never had much and knows how it feels to wake up fucked up. It's the world that we live in. Always been a foul child. Life is a shorty, shouldn't be so rough. A young youth selling drugs and such, who never had much and knows how it feels to wake up fucked up. I got 150 men in black, but that don't mean jack, cause when it comes to it, I'm the only one that's really got my back. Cause real beef, when you're only supposed to talk to your strap, only rolling your jacks and change the address to your flats. Change all your phones, your contacts. The only one your contact is God, asking for forgiveness as you enter combat. If your enemy's got big.
Wow, the only one that you contact is God, asking for forgiveness as you. This whole thing right here, talking about moving weight, basically moving drugs and stuff like that, moving weight, having a crew behind you, but yet still the only person that you depend on is yourself. The only person you trust is you, because you know how the game is and everything get messed up. But that towards the end of that first verse, talking about basically staying out of the limelight, taking and staying under the radar of the police while you're taking and moving weight, basically. But you had the correlation between the food, scales, and drugs, and the way the play on those three, but the wordplay within it, where it talking about having to moving the drugs, having the scales, but the scales was about the line about food, but it took and played into the whole line about the drug, like just the way he took and did that. I can't even take and put it into words at the moment the way I'm wanting to, but the way he took and did that he's eating more ways than one.
Don't try to cut a contract before your contract is overthrown and gets you kidnapped. Rolling your ones and the ones who's that now and these Vaselined up. And the rust still ringer with something new to clean up. And with that same thing that gets cleaned up, especially clean up. Bareface banging with a big strap is not for me, blood. Like Tev said, I used to dress champion to dodge fence. I used to be bathing in dough and look like us on the dough. I used to shop for food and waitress and shop for my clothes in Tesco's. Driving a bang on my whip cost less than a month for petrol. Even flossing and ain't paying tax and running in your flat. Even road man the police, even when you're getting jacked, the streets are sticky as fuck. Don't like let it be showing up. How many man you know locked up? How many man you know shut up? How can we boast about something that's so fucked? I can't tell a living soul some of the stuff I've done on my own. Blood, a young youth selling drugs and such who never had much. I know how it feels to wake up fucked up. It's the world that we live in. Always been a foul child. Life is a shorty, shouldn't be so rough. A young youth selling drugs and such who never had much and knows how it feels to wake up fucked up. It's the world that we live in. Always been a foul child. Life is a shorty, shouldn't be so rough. A young youth selling drugs and such who never had much and knows how it feels to wake up fucked up. It's the world that we live in.
Dude, I find it so funny. Like whenever you hear people talk and you hear people talk about folks that do drug dealing and stuff like that, which I'm not advocating. However, just a conversation around it. Whenever people talk about, yeah, that, you know, I've seen people that take and deal drugs. They're so smart. They, you know, if they just apply that intelligence towards this, that, or the other. And it's like, well, number one, you do realize that a lot of times these drug dealers, these people that are dealing drugs are doing so out of the socioeconomic climate that's around them. What opportunities are available to them? So while you might take and say, oh, you know, they're taking if they apply that opening a legit business. Well, who's going to take a loan to somebody? Who's going to take and give somebody the money to actually start a business to take and actually, you know what I'm saying, take and make a living that way. A lot of folks are taking deal drugs. They do so out of because of their environment, what's around them, their job, their opportunities. A lot of places, especially where there's, you know, poverty runs rampant, the school system. Oh yeah, get your education. The education they're going to take and get isn't worth the shit because they're not going to have teachers that give two shits about them. So they take and do what they see others around them doing. Now, you've seen there's multiple examples of people who, yes, they started with drugs and they took and actually use that to start an actual business. Now, a lot of times they don't take and get out of the drug trade like they need to. However, they're still businessmen regardless. Just because they're dealing in black market stuff, they're still businessmen, but it's just a little bit more dangerous. And don't worry, I'm not going to skip Outlaw. Now, this is what he has another song with Don Jogga I know that I've reacted to. Oh, actually, I have reacted to Outlaw back in August. But, David, since you asked me not to skip past it, I won't.
Born innocent in hell with no one to trust. Wish I could love and be good, but I have no choice to do right and break the law, cause I have no voice. I came into the world just to make a point. Yes, I'm an outlaw, watching the fire. The evil say you take out the pain on these liars. No love for me, just staying in me. It's life for me, I'm an outlaw.
Yeah, little Marie, young, innocent and free, playing with the Barbies, drinking imaginary cups of tea to look at her. You never think one day she'd be holding me. She was the brightest girl in primary to start the top of the tree, but times changed. She stopped going to school when she met Dean, a young man on the scene who she thought was the man of her dreams. She got pregnant in 16, and mom and dad said you ain't coming back until you clean and bought the child and finish it with Dean. But she was lost in us, and Dean didn't love her too much. He didn't want to go back to jail, so he's making her hold the drugs. A few months later, police came raided out.
Dude, the story on this one. Oh my God.
Continue clean the bought the child and finish it with Dean, but she was lost in us and Dean didn't love her too much. She didn't want to go back to jail, so he's making her hold the drugs. A few months later, police came, raided her and found the box, but she was 7 months gone with no choice but to carry on. Sitting in the police cell contemplating when she went wrong. She's got a snitch on Dean to save her life or save her son. Now she's...
Gleam, thank you for stopping in, man. It much appreciated. We'll definitely check that out. Doing that now. That way I've got it up, so after this stream is over with, I can have a look. There we go. Oh, nice. It's a nice website, man. Yeah, the story of the girl, this story right here, girl taking and falling in love, the dude don't love her, using her to take and hold his drugs, and now she's got to take and choose whether to snitch on him or take and, you know, go to jail herself while she's pregnant with her kid. That's...
Scared and lost, Dean's a Roman boxed up, but witness protection will help her because Dean's got his little helpers. Now Dean's in Brixton, politicking and switching, gets a package on the line and gets on the blower to Clive. Clive's a shasty fucker the O's. Dean with his life, he says it needs a favour doing, it needs to be done tonight. John's got the whereabouts, say no more, just air it out. Meet me on the outside, my brother just do me right. Clive creeps up in the spot, newborn baby in the cot, put the Glock in his mouth and then fired off her.
Born innocent in hell with no one to trust. Wish I could love and be good, but I have no choice to do right and break the law, cause I have no voice. I came into the world just to make a point. Yes, I'm an outlaw in the fire. The evil city take on the beat on these liars. Should love for me, stay in me, just die for me. I'm an outlaw.
Little Dean, they called him Little Shotty. When he was born, he never had one bad bone up in his body. But growing up, he saw his mum sell her bodies. His dad was always in and out of jail. His brother's always doing robberies. A real good type. He never wanted the hood life. At age 9, his brothers gave him a knife and said, you need some hood straps. Go and stab that you. Go and stab that you. Little Dean, if you're stabbed at you, I'm gonna stab you. He had no choice in the matter. He did what he had to do. An angel growing up in hell, he never had the chance to do all the things he could have done, all the things he could have been. Every night he dreamed about playing football for his favourite team, but one morning he woke up to an infrared on feds in the house and already shot one of his brothers dead. Now he's taken off the care and his mum don't even care. He's only 12 years old with a mind filled with despair. Dean, he's been through a lot but no one there was sex for him. Dean, he's dark-sisted foster parents wanted sex for him. Yeah, they used to beat Deanie, they used to starve Deanie. Every night for 3 weeks the fuckers molested him, and with the power invested in him, he took revenge in the night. He slit both of the throats and looked on both of the eyes. If there was any innocence in his body, he left that night. He reached 12 years and never dropped one tear from his eyes. Come out when he was 24, started selling raw. Had a couple girls, a flat, a dog, a whip and a rusty 4-4. He met a young girl, got her pregnant, made her start holding some food. He never thought she'd get nicked, never thought she'd cross on you. Now he's back in jail and he knows there's only one way out. If he takes the witness out, then drop the charge and let him out.
To hear a song where both sides of the story are told, and you feel just as bad for home dude, even though he does something nasty, does something dirty, like just atrocious, is just, oh my God. Right? No lie, dude. I wish he still made music.
Hello. Yeah, you know what I told you about. It's gonna happen tonight. Yes, son.
Born innocent in hell with no one to trust. Wish I could love and be good, but I have no choice to do right and break the law, cause I have no voice. I came into the world just to make a point. Yes, I'm an outlaw in the fire. The evil thing you take on the beat on these liars. Should love for me, stay in me, just die for me. I'm an outlaw.
So that dude, that's the storytelling in that song, taking and telling both sides of the story. Not only of the girl that got pregnant, and then the fact that she was killed because he made her hold his drugs and everything like that. It, didn't even love her, but took and used her after she got pregnant, and she decided she wants to keep it. Gets kicked out by her parents, and then she gets caught by the cops and has to make that this tough decision of whether, for the guy that she loves, whether she's going to take and snitch on him or do the right thing for her youngin. And then telling his side of the story of you don't normally see that. You normally see one side of the story, and it's normally, more involved just on one of their parts, and it's not taking and telling backstory of her and what happened and the backstory of him and how he got to the point to make that decision. That's awesome. I tell you, reacting to that Rap Man Shiro story, it's funny. My daughter, she likes rap, but she likes listening to like MGK and stuff, in which I'm not going MGK for popular rap. Okay, for popular rap and stuff like that, MGK has some. I see the reason why his stuff's blown up. He's got, especially his older stuff before he actually got signed by Diddy and stuff like that. His unsigned stuff is, in my opinion, better, but dude can compose and put together a song, and he's talented, regardless of how anybody feels about him. He's talented as all get out. That's what she listens to. Well, I was like, I guarantee you're gonna watch 5 seconds of this, and it was the Rap Man Shiro story part 1. I told her, I guarantee you that you'll watch about 30 seconds of this. I said, I guarantee you'll be hooked, and you watch the rest of the story with me. Now, for whatever reason, part 3 got blocked on the reaction channel. I don't know what happened with that or why part 1 and 2 was able to get through, but 30 seconds in was right. She was hooked. That's the type of storytelling right there, too. I don't know it's based on a true story, but you still had to put it in rap form. That's the type of storytelling right there that you just that's awesome to see.
Here's some of the lyrics on Cop Killer. Die, 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 pig, die. Fuck the police, the police, the police.
Time to fix up. Or just get on my side, get on your back, start pedaling, fall off a cliff and die. Cause there ain't no need to live if you're just telling us fix. Certain man I die for this upon the roads that I live. But forget dying, now we're here, and got our lives to live. So stop talking about nines and you're some minor kid. It didn't mind a bit, they got caught for some minor shit. But still run around, boasting to your minor pricks. So mind your lips up, mind these clicks. Me and mine are real enough for real to realize they don't want this. And I don't want a bitch, see I want a real lady. A hitch, so let me hit that and then still pay me. Back in Bailey's while you blaze me in the back of your Mercedes for my babies while you.
Okay, this is another one of those ones. I got to rewind a bit.
Back stop pedaling, fall off a cliff and die. Cause there ain't no need to live if you're just telling us fix. Certain man I die for this upon the roads that I live. But forget dying, now we're here, and got our lives to live.
I'll say he's taking and making reference to the whole from the Ice-T song or whatever, talking about die pigs, die, die, die. And he's talking about, don't be telling no fibs. You ain't about that life.
So stop talking about nines and you're some minor kid. It didn't mind a bit, they got caught for some minor shit. But still run around, boasting to your minor pricks. So mind your lips up, mind these clicks. Me and mine are real enough for real to realize they don't want this. And I don't want a bitch, see I want a real lady. A hitch, so let me hit that and then still pay me. Back in Bailey's while you blaze me in the back of your Mercedes. For my babies while you play me on your MP3. Switch on your JVC and see me up on MTV. Feeling for my mini-me, she's trying to empty me. You see me on the front cover up in HHC. 25,000 CDs sold out in 2 weeks. And every single one of them got shot out on the streets. Man, them chase my CD like the man was chasing beat. Don't act like fresh chase you like they're chasing me. As I chase man, I beat his face and for facing me. There's no need to be jealous, I put in years of hard work. Walking streets 24/7, shot into my palms, hurt to see. No more parasites, I'm paralyzed, feeling paralyzed when I look inside the.
Like, you hear songs of people talking about the street and stuff like that, or talking about drug dealing, but it's so glamorized and everything like that. The grittiness of the lyrics of his songs, where he's talking about like having the feds on his tail and stuff like that, and having a crew behind him, and putting into work, taking in the just the overall nastiness of how that street life can come back and be your downfall. Like, there's no glamorization. It's all, look, this is the cold hard facts of stuff. You gonna talk crap to the wrong person, and we're gonna back up what we're talking about.
As they patronize, when I'm turning men to mice, I mice them in words of advice. When they're telling you a pack of lies, I had to pack a knife and nine to stop me being a victim of crime. On dodger one time, all the time on front line. Talk crime stoppers, you ain't stopping no crimes. Everyone's blind to the facts that they're flats, and now fool that we dance. Am I gassing? Is this real passion? Am I mashing from? Do you know many different cars that I crashed in? How much coke that I lost, how much pussy I turned down? How many different yards I've been in, living in around town? How many times I've been to court? How many battles I've done fought? I ain't no little dickhead rapping, but I life ain't war. See, I'm a real rock and roller, rolling stoner. I wear my own aroma. I call it blue cheesy owner. I turn a crying girl into a minus Mona. I hypnotize her so well, she thinks that I own her. She wants me to home her so much so she calls me Homer. But I'm still working on the road, you know the deal song. Just still looking over my shoulder for the kid with his revolver, trying to take over my spot cause he thinks I'm a high roller. More money, more problems, more enemies dodging the streets and watching. It's still a no deal. For me there's only one option, and I know they watch it.
The police, the police, the police, the police, the police, the police.
We know that's the lead now.
The police, the police, the police, the police, the police, the police, the police.
It's like I'm on the block, then I'm back in the dock. Into the box, the back in the dock. Man, I fucking hate clocks. The 5 ocean feels the 4-5. I think it's alive. Time to die. It's fine, don't deserve to stay alive. A DC dickhead should feel my lead for being a fed. I'm so fed up. Certain batty boys in blue need to get dead up. There's a war in the streets. As man beef over beliefs. As the pitch roam is beast, out disturbing the peace. So much questions ain't answered yet. Death wish ain't granted yet. Everybody around me's dying. I feel like I'm missing out. I feel selfish cause I'm living my life and I'm still messing around with certain man. I no longer got the chance to change your life around. Got the chance to make a change, so I'ma make it now. I made enough change the road to get me and my family out. From the bricks to the sticks, do you get it now? I made it before you man to made it. And I ain't never sold out. I no doubt my cock sold out. It rolled in, it rolled out. I forget the road now. All of that shit's getting old now.
Dude, just... Again, lost for words. It's just that's. We'll move to the next one, just because it might take me a minute to process all that. What's up, Todd? Cheers to you, homie. Hopefully everything's going good for you tonight, man.
Ready or not, we're standing for heaven on earth. Show you ready to fly.
This one sounds pretty to me.
I put my heart and soul between the lines on the paper. Really, you're not standing here when you're with your maker. You will be your biggest hater. We need to learn to love our souls, love thy neighbor, because love will be our savior. Ready to.
Talking about putting his heart on in between the lines on the paper. You'll be your own biggest hater, basically, whenever you. So basically, using it as a form of like prayer or meditation, means you're going to be your own biggest hater because you're pulling inward whenever you're doing this. Like, and love will be the only thing that saves us. So and there's multiple layers of that because you got to love each other, but you also got to love yourself. That's one of the reasons why those that are, at least are honest with themselves, that you're always going to be your biggest critic, but you've got to take and find your way past that and find love for yourself.
We need to learn to love our souls, love thy neighbor, because love will be our savior. Ready to fly away, ready to spread my wings to a new way of life, a new awakening, a new day, a new path, a new way of seeing things. We control our own destiny. Yes, we all are kings, because we were born by queens. Don't ever lose your dream, don't ever think that everything you ever thought can never be, because the stars are the limit, a life set to live it. I can feel it in the air, we're close to the final digit. I can feel it in my heart, my soul and my spirit. I'm so close to the image that was forever vivid. I promise not to be false. I'm chasing the false promise. Heaven on earth, but is it all I know is I'm a living.
Now, like that, he's talking about always basically reach for your goal, reach for that vision that you've got. You're the only person that's going to be able to get you to that point. Never lose sight of that. Never, basically, always have that hope right there. Always have that strive to take and reach that goal of yours.
anything's possible, anything can achieve, anything you could do, anything you could be. Your soul is infinite energy, and energy is king. I like to treasure what the penny brings, and never treasure bling. Bling is falsified bullshit, and never catch me in another industry party. Walking without my team, I start shooting up these rappers and the videos they ain't, cause no one in this scene is really ripping it for the kids. But I am proof in the pudding, your life could be a good and depending on what you put in. Don't ever say that you couldn't. You want power, could have to do with things that you thought that you wouldn't, and never do the things you thought that you would. Forget the hood, a new way, a new path, a new day is all it took to live my life in the light and stop living like a crook. Forget the negativity, get your head in them books, and you can find treasure and places you thought to never look.
Dude, this is like, this right here is, if there's an inspirational song on this album, this is it. Because talking about he's not going to take it, he's talking about how, you know, you've got to be number one, not only working for your goals. He's talking about, you know, looking at materialistic things, and it's not worth it. You take a look towards things that's going to help you achieve that goal, and telling people to get into the books. You'll find treasures you'll never thought you could find. And that's very much like, dude, this is man, that's saying something. This whole thing has been stout. Now, if the last three are the strongest, that's I completely believe that completely. This whole thing up to this point, it's just been absolutely, it's astounding. Like I said, this isn't one of these ones where most albums you've got a couple stand out and you got a bunch of filler. This is one of those ones where you can't really pit one of the songs against the other, because they all are standalone in their own right, and they could be singles for other people. But just it very much makes for one of the like you said, one of like the strongest, or one of the best albums that you could listen to. Stronger. Great goodness, dude.
I'm kinda lost for words, I don't even know where to start. You used to be my whole heart, now you're a stranger in the dark. I put nothing above you, girl, I used to love you. Forgot how many places that I fucked you. I made love to you too. Under the stars, I surprised you when you work with a bouquet and a vase. It's like the world is ours, and our world is lost. I feel sick without you, but know that I'm better off, because we got a son together. I can't just fuck off. I gotta see you to see him. Then arguments kick off, and when they do, got me feeling like I wanna kill him. Man, got me suppressing all my stresses by smoking a kilogram.
Wow, this is that was a strong behind relationship he was in. Like that kind of vitriol towards someone, it like conflicting stuff towards someone. That's whenever, you know, like the feelings run deep, like the love that they had for that person run deep, because the only way you're going to take and get that way towards someone where you can't stand them, and you know they get you mad enough to want to hurt somebody, is because you cared so deeply for them.
Talking shit, even though I moved us out of bits. Bought a house up in the sticks and try my best to stay legit. I thought I would never give up, I thought that I'd never quit, but this is it.
Round and round we go again.
All I hear, man.
Nowhere it never ends.
Stop running back then.
Used to be my best friend, now you used to best friend. Trying to be my best friend again.
Nah, girl, you got that wrong.
Round and round we go again. No, here we go again. Nowhere it never ends. Used to be my my best friend. I used to black friend, trying to be my best friend again.
Fuck off then.
And everything I did never seemed to be right. But I remember once looking deep in your eyes, seeing that evil inside, asking the reasons of why you took my fucking heart and you beat it aside. Because I swear I had love for you, swear I had love for you, but keeping up your habit now, is that what that shit does to you? Did you like the bus for you? Did you like the bus, did you? I swear I'm a fool forever thinking that I trusted you.
All this shit we've been through is holding me on. But now everything I say always seems to be wrong. Even when you know it's right, asking myself why I try. But now I'm done. Fuck living this miserable life. You haven't learned to love yourself or even learned to love life. Until you learn to do that, you can't have no one else right. I see the devil and the angel in your eyes. I need an angel from the skies, but you're yours about I'm playing with my mind.
Round and round we go again.
Holy shit. That her part talking about how he took her heart and beat it, and it, you know, if that's what your basically if that's what your addiction does, taking it, and the interplay on that second verse, man, that's like, so it's a relationship, two people that there's mutual love there, but the inherent problems within one of them, or basically both of them, it's oh my, you don't hear that kind of interplay between two people. Normally it's one verse, and then that's
A case that I don't need an intro. I'ma say it straight, why the fuck did we get involved? Never stopped arguing, late night partying. Every time he'd lash out, it was me that you were targeting. But yet I still remember days on that avenue, coming home from work, screaming, why you give me attitude? Feeling like I had to move, nearly beat me black and blue. Funny thing was, never once was I mad at you. Cause I was more mad at myself. I had my friends who thought they didn't understand how I felt, but they could all see was bad for my health. Like I was blind, I couldn't see that I hand up to help. Cause at the time, man, I felt so weak. I had rings around my eyes, not from no sleep. I thought that I could stand on my own 2 feet, but it was too late. By the time I realized I was in too deep.
so you always hear the songs where it's you did me dirty, you did wrong, and this we're hearing both sides of it. Of I did this, that, and the other for you. I loved you. I fucked you in so many places, and I made love to you as well. I'd give the world for you and everything like that. And her telling her side, where late night partying, you coming home from work and you're aggravated, and all of that hatred that you've got to spew is directed towards. So it's a lot of mental and physical abuse that's just, like, you don't often hear. Oh my goodness, dude. This album's a masterpiece. There's no two ways about it. Oh, he definitely come out of that looking a cunt.
I'm still alive, so I can't complain. But I'm still out here and I'm stuck in this rain with no home to go to and a pocket full of change. I got my heart filled up with hope and my head full with hate. Knock, knock, sorry mate, can I use the phone? I've got no place to stay tonight, mate. So this phone box is my home, plus it's raining thunder. And I ain't looking at stepping up. I'm gonna roll another spliff to finish off this dragon start and phone a few more friends wondering why they air me out. It's only 3 in the morning, all I need is a couch or a floor. Someone dry and quiet so I can rest my thoughts. Not even 17, I never thought my life would be this course. I thought my dad would help me out.
I'll do the other album on another Saturday. I'm gonna listen to a couple more. I'm gonna take a look at Lunar Sea as the part 1 Fire in the Booth, and then the other recommendation that was made farther up on where's that? Junzu. I'll take a look at that one as well, since that was put on here. But now I'm gonna take and do a live reaction to the other album too, but I'm not gonna take and do them both back to back. Let it breathe a little bit.
Instead of kicking me out, well, all he did was curse and shout. Really, I couldn't wait to leave a young kid with no GCSEs, with only 2 options to eat. Robbers start hustling on these streets. A man of many premonitions, yes, vagabonds, roughy little man from the wasteland. Booty sipping stepchildren of the earth, mixing Smirnoff with that.
So he hustled as a way to survive on the streets, and it led to somebody trying to call on Facebook, and I'm live. So now I'm selling weed on my grind, but it still ain't enough. And enough to rent a house, and enough to get me out of this shithole. I feel I'm in a pit hole. Search for a job for 10 months straight. It's like I was talking to a brick wall. Finally I got hired and I brought up a line, selling 3 O's and draws a day. Was still working a 9 to 5. I saved up 20 G's in 6 months. Had bare links. I swear I was the first man to ever bring nickel to the bricks. Could we do this shit? I had 2 big pits. They were more famous in the. So he took and he did his grind and his hustling, and he made himself to be one of the top. He made himself to where he was successful in that game pretty quickly. Of course, being homeless and having nowhere to go or anything like that will kind of drive you a little bit.
Then your 2-bit click, I had a top link. However many boxes I wanted, wherever, whenever I wanted it, man, it was always on tick. I found out money does grow on trees, but not on good last forever. I knew one day I would buck the police assistance. As I'm by the beast of the beast to always win, moving loose on the hill. I got bagged and taken in.
This has got like an old school feel with the beat and everything like that. This has got a hell of an old school feel. Like this is be something you'd have heard like the early 90s, the bass line on it.
Yeah, my life took a mad turn. All I could try and do is laugh, but it was hard. In and out of court for 1.5 years. DS, dickhead, was really doing my nut. Every night I dreamed about blowing the crown court up. Guilty on a 9 of this, still got suspended sentence. Certain man, I look at that and think that don't make sense. Did he get a blessing from the man up in the skies, or was he blessed from one of the links he had on the inside? Would've got 6 years plus the first time I bust. Happy tears when I walked out with no cuffs. A free man that ends out to leave fam. Got a house out in Muku at 22. Don't question my G front from a kid with no home to go to a home I own. Sitting back with my dogs on a throne, letting a bone of cheese just to think I made it through all this grease.
This is one of those songs where I really don't want to take and I don't want to pause it more than once or twice. It just like very rarely when I'm taking and doing any kind of reaction, I don't care if I'm live or if I'm doing it recorded or anything like that, I don't try to normally pause it too much. I want to take and let some, I don't take and do like bar breakdowns and stuff like that for the most part. Some cliff notes. But there's songs that I'll take and run across, and I hate the fact that I've got to take and like pause it and give my opinion on it real quick, because number one, it's a standard reaction format. Number two, because the way the reaction videos kind of have to be done under the auspices of YouTube at times. This is one of those songs where like I paused it, and after I didn't want to pause it again. It's just the storytelling within his songs. hearing snippets of, I wonder how many people are out there can actually are able to take and identify with what he's talking about. Having to take and, you know, making the choice to, because they're on the streets and everything like that, taking hustle drugs to get to a better point. What's up, Jason, man? Everything is good. I hope everything is good with you and your family, man. And this is one of those songs where it was just, you hear it and it's mesmerizing listening to it. So last one, 100 Bars of Truth, part 3. I've reacted to parts 1 and 2. So just stellar. I'll take a look at it as long as it's not like UMG or BMG or some of the bigger like Sony and all that, because those can get me in trouble for stuff. But yeah, you can suggest a song.
When people ask me about my life, I just smile and say it's all good. Knowing deep down, all it's ever been is all hood. Suicides, homicides, dodging bullets in the judge's book. I could never glamorize being a crook. At age 10, my best friend got took back to Ghana. His mum tricked him. She said it was a holiday she booked. She said he was possessed by the devil when he was just a crook. But I said he was just a product of the hood. In 96, the hood was blitz. Just little kids to walk to KFC and back, cause like crossing a death bridge on Brixton front line, where any time could be crunch time. Summer late and summertime, nothing but yellow murder signs. My hood never had Debo, but we had Sharky. He stabbed a man to death repeatedly just for his car keys, and got a Majesty's request before IPPs. I was at IC1 surrounded by IC3, so what is talking black, you racist?
See, this stuff right here, this is the kind of stuff right here that when you hear folks talking about people and they're in a life of crime, they're into dealing drugs and stuff like that, the term product of the environment, that's like what he's describing is perfectly like, that's having those surroundings, that's how somebody has that product of their environment term applied to them, because they're doing what's done where they're at. They're doing what they see everybody that has any kind of money in their neighborhood, that's what they're doing. And so they fall into that. They see it, they've got money, they seem to be doing it better than everybody else that's on the block. And suicides, homicides, just dodging cases from judges and stuff like that. His best friend from Ghana got taken back by his mom, who said it was going to be a holiday because he had fallen into a life of crime, and he said is the environment of where they're at. It's just like, my goodness, the picture painted in the story that's being told.
IPPs, I was at IC1 surrounded by IC3, so what is talking black, you racist? Ignorant wankers, and mom and papa went to work, my childminder was a rasta, so I was listening to Papa before I learned to walk, before I learned to talk, I was mumbling along to rag, I'm just trying to give you a little piece of my life before I start to break down how I really feel inside, how I really feel that nearly everything we're told is a lie, and every time we question anything we're just told to comply. You were taught to hate each other watching MTV Cribs, where the wardrobes are bigger than the average man's.
That's the favorite word of those that are over you. Just comply, comply, comply.
My little man is sitting in his council flat with a block sink, a box fridge, a strap and 2 O's on tick, and he gets nicked on their strip by one of their pigs and sent to one of their jails for selling their crack or one of their sticks. We need to stop that animosity, we're just acting like kids, and we realise it's not black and white now, it's just poor and rich. I grew up with street legends that run graveyard shifts, no more stay in a graveyard or in a prison yard. Piss, yo, what happened to Marlon? Do you remember him? I think he's in a madhouse because his cousins tortured him. What about her? What's happening with him? Don't worry, fam. No, you ain't gonna see him. You'll remember Roberto, that kid you was always with. He done a couple big licks and I ain't seen him ever since. What about Manic? I know you must still see him. He's fallen off, fam. He sniffs coke and beats women. What about Johnny Boy? He must be loving the life that he's living. He died in 06 and since then my head's been missing. No, I ain't glamorizing shit. I'm analyzing it. 10 stabbings every day is a London statistic. Carry on living your life. See, I've been robbed twice in my life by a hoodie, but thousands of time by a shirt and ties. So we pay tax when we're born, we pay tax when we die. We pay tax on everything we buy for our whole lives. And still you don't think twice about buying ice over price. Now you got blood around, you never got no shame in your eyes. I got another case that could be facing more time inside, and all I think about is my son and the look in his eyes. When he looks in daddy's eyes, I cry tears inside. They cry more, knowing that I could be leaving him behind. Fam, I'm losing my mind. Yeah, I'm turning insane. Knowing he kidnap little kids and rape them every day. They're putting fluoride in the water not to stop youth decay, to stop us breathing one day like the chemicals that they spray. Only certain man will understand certain things that I say. I don't rap for the masses, I'm rapping for the masses to be saved and make a disease to spread like plagues. Who you think made AIDS? These are the end of our times, the end of our days. Conquer and divide. See, history is his story. They stole the truth from the wise, then replaced it with lies. Seek the truth. We need to start guiding the youth. Teach them our love instead of teaching them about drugs, guns, and loot. But we still need to strap up, cause revolution's coming soon. The one go with 99 names is inside you. Let it guide you, cause all of this is here to blind you. News 24's the modern day soldier being lied to. Open up your eyes and move your blindfold. How come we invade a country and call them terrorists? How come we send our kids to go and fight a war for a country that doesn't even really give a shit? If they die, they live. How could you hate another man because of the colour of his skin? It's like they stole our thoughts, like they taught us to think. Underground bases, a female comes, the mark of the beast is coming. Some babies are already got the chip up under their skin. What can we do but learn to love and learn to love everyone else? Cause the day we lose love, we lose the true meaning of self, the true meaning of health, the true meaning of wealth is love. Everything else is the devil himself. How can we hate each other, kill and steal from one another? This all I see to show no love to our mothers. How could we ever expect God to love us if we can't even learn to help and love one another?
Oh, that is absolutely just holy crap. I think of all three of the 100 bars of truth that I've heard now, I think that was most powerful out of all of them. That was the best one out of all of them. That's just copyright 2013. We're in 2021, and the stuff he was talking about in here, teaching kids instead of teaching them about drugs and stuff like that, teaching them to take and love themselves, teaching them the right things instead of glorifying things that are only going to take and add to the confusion. Like this is, dude, that's this album right here, masterpiece, straight up. Like I said, normally you get 3 or 4 good songs, and you might even have some good filler songs. This is straight up 15 songs that are absolutely solid, and some of them that are like just fucking unreal. This being one of those ones that's unreal. This, The Call, Amnesia, Outlaw, Frankenstein, Goodbye, Dance with the Devil, like those are like the holy fuck unreal standout. The rest of them are like just so solid. They could be singles for other artists. Just holy shit, dude. Yeah, here in the next 2 or 3 weeks. Not next weekend, because I got something else planned for next weekend for the channel. The weekend after, I'll take a look at his other album. This is Frank or whatever. Listen to Frank. Yeah. Holy cow. That was... Pull this over here. Yeah, exactly. How can you love another one if you feel like the streets love you more than family? Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I'm happy I can add it to the playlist on Spotify now as well. And since we've already done part 1, or part 3. Lunar sees first fire in the booth. This cat right here, I like. I'm gonna be digging more and more into his stuff as well. Like his punchlines and everything like that, his wordplay and metaphor. Oh my God, he is. Not only is it good in the way it's utilized, but it's also, he can be funny as hell.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Fire in the booth. Lunar C. Fly tippers. Yes.
I like the beat.
Let's get him, Luna! I don't need to reintroduce myself. My name is Luna, or Jake if you know me. I'm not resting till I'm paid. Listen closely, this industry doesn't have what it takes to control me. A newcomer with the brain of an OG. I tell a lie while my hand is on the Bible. Let God throw lightning bolts at me from the sky. First time in my life I'm not angry, cause it's finally pee in my back pocket like I sat in the urinal. 007 in the hood with no weapons. It's a bloody close, tending to my bullet holes, prepping for my next mission. Success is destined to come. You can tell I'm the one, cause I'm second to none. Fat girl twerked on me, made me my shorts. Had to get to lie with me like my lawyer in court. Toyed with the thought of not, but I found a pound coin on the floor. Bust my, and then I point to the door. Weak rappers trying to get me to collab on mixtapes, but they ain't getting no features like a mannequin's face. Your whole team's fake, you split cash and get on stages with a bunch of Judas's like you're battling Drake.
Perfect.
Oh my goodness. This cat right here, like I normally half laugh and then try to take and catch all the bars at the same time, and it just don't work out too much sometimes. This cat right here, though, his oh my Lord, I love his stuff.
King's face, your whole team's fake. You split cash and get on stages with a bunch of Judas's like you're battling Drake.
Perfect.
Another show done, another verse written. Graph my ass off like a burn victim. Pray on my downfall, keep wishing I'll stop. Got the game.
Graph my ass off like a burn victim. So not only talking about graphing skin, but also graphing like he's charting, he's taking and plotting what he's doing. Everybody, they're taking and doing stuff for the money. He's doing stuff for the long term.
I'm in the missionary position, I'm on top. Faded like your dad's tribal tattoo from the 90s. I remember when I was at school, trying to act cool in my hand-me-down.
Very true,
my
Jason.
shiny black shoes, now I am that dude. This is a
I need to do that one too. I'll do that one.
And heard a rapper who come with me in a while now. You'd have more chance of getting Rihanna down the aisle in a white gown, or trying to find out who sold smacks away me wine house. Bunch of snakes acting fraudulent fakes. Never had the balls to be able to back the calls. Few labels want me to take your offers, add some knots to them. Show me some numbers that'll make Carol them and have an orgasm. Giving a dog a smear test is the only way you could be a vet. Weak on the mic, put it down like a fierce pet. I ain't down with poses and swag rap. I'll strangle you with the strap on your Louis Vuitton man back. I don't wear a leather skirt.
Damn, he is calling all kinds of stuff. Yeah, dude, his double and triple, like his wordplay and the meanings that contained within all this stuff is just crazy. Timmy T, I'll just take a look at him here in a minute. You got like 2 or 3 songs in front of you, unfortunately, though. So.
And the Jesus piece, I'd rather rock a checkered shirt and Jerry curls like Easy Eat. And I don't care who I'm offended when I speak the beat. Got them all nodding their head like they agree with me. Perfect. I don't censor shit, so what if they're oversensitive? What they're gonna do if I offend them? Maybe I'll get assassinated during a cypher session and die for my profession like attendance on.
Oh my God! Jeez! What, literally, you stayed off early like that, yeah?
Yeah, man. Let's do that beat again, Charlie.
Dude, he like went straight off on that. That's crazy.
The same beat?
Yeah, man. Let's do that.
You are a problem out here, Luna, man. Chase.
Now, I've looked at some of his like rap battle stuff before he like got Cat, like he destroyed everybody that he went up against that I've seen. Like it wasn't even a contest in a lot of cases. He's straight.
We got to
filthy.
go round 2 with the same beat.
Yeah. Flag tippers.
WY.
Cheers to you. Thanks for stopping through.
Little man logo, tipper gang bozo, in hand posing for an Instagram photo. Stick the wrote this verse and then I passed out.
Wait. Let me. Exactly.
Little man logo, tipper gang bozo, in hand posing for an Instagram photo. Stick the wrote this verse and then I passed out. When they found me, this beat was still playing in the background.
So I've noticed more than once through his music, like the Instagram angle with these rappers. Like you got a lot of those these days. These Instagram rappers, they're there for the pretty pictures.
Covered in rat corpses and piss. Sat back taking the last straw. My landlord came to my flat talking some shit, so I pushed the fat through a trap door in my fridge. So I grew up with talking about what I make it. Semi-famous, balling in moderation, debauchery on my brain. Scrawny and underweight, I'm immortal, we're not the same. I was born in a toxic waste pit. Bobby's the range, my evil and my conscious side. I gotta find some kind of compromise between wrong and right. Asking every girl I see like I've lost my mind. This ain't a race, but I always feel the need to cross the line. I got this far without following the protocol. See,
I'm not a racist, but I feel the need to cross the line. Race reference when talking about the bars that he's taking and putting out. And we've heard more than once he likes the females, so.
too many fake types acting like they broke the mold. A lot of them are talking about a life that they don't know at all. They'll spend their career trying to catch up and won't evolve. When I ain't in the booth, I'll be on stage till I get thrown off. Or going off the head like I'm getting bored of jobs. Get off your soapbox and practice what you preach. I go out and get my own, I don't tag along and leech. Walk to my corner and give my opponent.
Damn. Holy crap. Like he's calling out the fake rappers that are all about style without having any substance, talking about damn you talking about stuff that you don't have any clue about, and you spend your whole life trying to take and actually figure it all out. Basically that's how you take and do things. You evolve as you go along, but you're representing something you ain't even got a clue what you're talking about. You misrepresent yourself.
When I ain't in the booth, I'll be on stage till I get thrown off. Or going off the head like I'm getting bored of jobs. Get off your soapbox and practice what you preach. I go out and get my own, I don't tag along and leech. And
that's the other thing that it's talking about. I go and get my, so he makes his way. These other cats are taking and they're riding on the coattails of people that have come before him, trying to take and act as hard as they were, but they're just using that genre, using that angle to take and get in that same style a lot of times to take and get their come up without actually taking and paying any dues for it.
To my corner and give my opponents a rest. Spit out my gum shield and see whether my coach is impressed. I'm just mad they keep ducking when I'm throwing my left. My punches are going over their head. Still winning, came out swinging like a gay couple in an orgy. I'm not trying to be here struggling when I'm 40. I'm crafting our money, a big house and a couple cats. Trying to get a happy ending like a good massage.
Oh gosh! Oh, you're causing a problem, Luna. That's only the first record, and he definitely got me gas.
Yeah, boy.
Punchline kind of got broke, cuz. But we been using no more. On to the next one, yeah?
Yeah, boy.
Well, see, that's the thing. Nobody can be themselves anymore. Everybody wants to take and look good for the camera. They're trying to take and project something that they're not. I mean, even a lot of these Instagram rappers are going out and they're renting these, $1 million cars. They're renting them for the day just so they can have a photo shoot for their videos and for their Instagram pictures. So it looks like they're rolling in the dough, but they're still living in mama's house, and not even paying her any light money or nothing like that. It's all about appearance. They're faking it until they make it, and half of them ain't even making it.
Boom!
The show what time it is, Luna. Yeah.
Well, you don't know who I am. I'll see you. I know
perfect.
Yeah.
That's why you don't have to wonder and try to find out who I am. You will see who I am. I will tell you who I am.
I'm some sort of hybrid of an average white kid and a schizophrenic. Needs to go see a psychiatrist. Thinking maybe I should try and go commercial. Mix some dead rappers turning graves like Kurt Cobain with Courtney Love sold his journals. Now that ain't happening, I think it's time for a role reversal. Give these corny rhymers P45s and no referrals. Tip again, no play.
Cheers to Elro. Haven't heard of him.
Girl and a couple of mates backstage in a minute in the face. Live life like I got nothing to lose. Not enough room for your MCs, gobble a few until you the bruise, then you swallow a tooth. I don't follow the rules. This is not in a blueprint. Loose screws, psycho on a warpath. What can you do when he's stuck in my boot and you're blindfolded? Slap these new rappers, spin them.
Compared to the first two verses and this one, like this one's got a lot of stuff that's being edited out. I don't know what he's saying, but apparently they ain't agreeing with it.
Like Crash Bandicoot, bragging you get flattened for having a bad attitude. Rush you rich kids and take your fandangle gadgets too. Let a fandangle you off your dad's mansion roof. Don't speak about my money when my mouth fits. I ain't got no gold teeth. We out here, anybody that doubted these strangers act that they know me. Steep, big headed, you're phony. Synthetic, your flows too easily ingested and on. To impress with it, I've been prepped for this. I was born ready. Everything you went for, I did it already. Mugs are all petty with the online squabbles. I want the big figures like plus size models. Too raw for your mugs to handle. Can't say you're not ill, big enough for angle. I'm rugby tackling the next asshole who tells me I should go do another battle. In my own lane, I'm not changing gears. I just want to get a million and I'm out. Of the kids at school used to say I'm weird, cause I used to get my little Willie out in the class. I don't wonder how I made it here. In it for the penny, get it for the pounds. Being that broke again is my greatest fear. Hustle coming for the bottom is a bad.
Oh my God.
Dude, his bravado is crazy. Dude, I reacted to that and I tried putting that on YouTube and it was like insta block, like hell no. Because that performance right there, I think should be required viewing for like everybody. That shit was absolutely stunning. Like this I took a react to that and I took and went and listened to like the studio version of that, and like the live version that he did at the Brit Awards was just it had power to it. Like it held so much power to it. That right there, I wish would have made it through. I think everybody should take and go watch that video, like hands down, because that's a very powerful song that he made with that. Yeah, I seen that. I remember him referencing that because that's in the first. That's in like the midway through the first part.
Oh gosh! Hey, you know what? Cause you don't even have to do another beat. You killed the thing. You killed it. It's done. Yeah. It's a rap, you know. It's a rap from early. Like
his bravado that he's got, along with his punchlines, the way he brings his stuff across, like it's fun to listen to. It makes it so fun to listen to.
But just because I'm a fan, we're gonna do the third beat.
I got one more, man.
Oh,
big up M Phases for letting me use this beat. But yeah. I got catfished on Facebook by a bab who turned out to be a little fat kid called Patrick. I don't believe in this. From Adam and Eve, better find a. I'm not homophobic, I'm just mad that he embarrassed me. By his in the old abandoned factory. Pop on some old porn magazines. Flick up the leaf. He always asks me how he's hanging. I tell him to the left beside my leg. Drunk girls want it like a breathalyzer test. It's the second time I've stepped in this booth. You don't have to tell me whether I've progressed. I'm just wondering when I'll get invited next. Cause I'm about bars, this is what I do. Walk street Aggie like a who lost a shoe in winter. With a slap off a bar, I could spin ya. You're an internet gangster with an itchy Twitter finger. Perfect. Should already know that I'm the man. Biters got me paranoid, I had to.
You're an internet gangster with a twitchy trigger finger, so you quick to type.
By yourself so I could hide my part. I could grab with my right hand and pen a whole verse in urine and fluids inside my pants. Fake my own death and have facial reconstruction. Quit rap and move to Australia or something. Come back in a year when rest of my career and tell everyone I'm the victim of an alien abduction. Living dead mix on my tomb is buried deep. 6 feet like the human centipede. I'm not gonna stop until my name is on the most wanted list and there's rioters in the street burning lunar effigies. They're looking at me like you've lost your mind. Put that thing back in your pants, that is not alright. Bitch, listen close, this is what God talks like. I'm not showing any cracks like a soft porn site. Big-headed enough to call my first album the greatest hit.
This is what God sounds like. I'm not showing any crack like a soft porn site. So he's straight up strong. He's got there's no weaknesses within his game.
Kill yourself if you don't buy 10 copies. They think they can war with me over my dead body like 6 feet of dirt and a bright red poppy. You're out of your element like a polar bear sunbathing and drinking cocktails on a folding chair. Yeah, I'm miles ahead in my own lane, you're nowhere near. Eavesdropping is the only time you're overhit. Bouncers always eyeball me cause I stink up. Plus I'm banned from the strip club for throwing 50p's. The greatest, go tell them to wait their turn. To whoever it may concern, I'm ready to take the world up. You're looking frail like a weak-old lady or a weak-old baby. I run this, please don't hate me just because I write rhymes like Primo makes beats. You know your boy Luna is the G-O-A-T.
Oh my gosh!
Fire in the booth.
Oh, and that right there, brother. That right there is definitely fire in the booth.
Dude, that cat right there, I like listening to anything that people take a recommend or I can run across by him. That cat he is definitely fun to hear. He is fun to listen to. It's never been disappointed listening to any of his stuff. And you're guaranteed you guaranteed two things. Number one, funny ass punchlines, but also awesome word plays. All right, let me find this other one. Where'd that recommendation go? I think I already listened to this one.
This year, get the solutions your business.
I think I already listened to this one.
Needs with fast internet and advanced.
Turn that off. Oh, wait, we don't hear that. Dude, this is... Wait, it's funny because outside of like doing the reactions and stuff like that, like a lot of the rap that I'd heard was... it was stuff like Jay-Z, of course, Eminem, but it's like a lot of the big-time rappers like Outkast and stuff like that. Once I started doing reactions and somebody was like, hey, take a look at Immortal Technique. And then my wife's like, take a look at SPM. And I took a look at all of them, and then I got recommended on one of Immortal Technique's. My reaction to one of his songs, take a look at if you like this, you'll like Abomination by Low Key. So I took a look at that, and that was on my other channel. And then I had to actually, because it took and went in a whole different direction off of one of the reactions so it changed niches. And I started this channel right here, and I started with Low Key's Fire in the Booth, I think part 1 or part 2. And it's just 90% of the recommendations I've gotten music-wise have come from it's UK rap, UK grime scene. So it's I've got a very eclectic taste in music. It's one of the reasons why the original channel name is Eclectic Beard, because it was intended to be the reaction channel, but it's a reason rap. I like what I've been recommended a whole lot more than a lot of stuff I heard growing up. So now, like I said, I believe I've already reacted to this one.
I know you.
Oh, we tell our children it's lies what they.
Yep. Already heard this one. So here's another thing. What the hell is this, Jason? Timmy T. Over here, like, I haven't listened to a lot of the popular rap that's over there. I know, like, the grime, there's some bigger grime artists and stuff like that. everything over here, like unless you go underground or like they're like mid-label and stuff like that, you're not. And even on mid-label, it's a lot of them are trying to take and be like the big shots like Drake and M and people like that, which Eminem has got some of the crazy, like stylistically, verbally, like his technical ability and his talent, and the rhyming and the schemes and everything he does, like he's bar none, like on the mainstream, like you can't beat him. But others like Drake and even like J. Cole and a lot of these other cats like that, even like a lot of the mid-label people, a lot of them are trying to either sound like them or they're trying to take and be a mix of like that and like the whole like new gen gangster rap basically. But a lot of them are what Luna was rapping about with the Instagram rappers basically. You don't have you've got to take and go to YouTube basically. You don't hear anything like you get from like grime. Like I said, I haven't listened to a lot of y'all's bigger rappers. I've heard a couple things about Stormzy, even Stormzy, some of his stuff that's recommended that I guess is bigger over there. We don't have stuff that sounds like that over here. We honestly don't. We do, but it's not mainstream. It's underground. It's unsigned. It's a lot of these folks have bigger underground followings than some of these big time rappers have. Like Tech Nine. Tech Nine's been in the game for years, and I mean years, and he's got a massive following. But unless you follow a lot of underground stuff, you don't know who the hell he is. So. All right, El Rose. We'll take a look at his warm-up session real quick. And I think this right here is going to be the last one. I got go spend some time with the wife and kiddos. But I know that the kiddos probably about to go slap crazy because normally when I do the live stuff, it's normally later after the little one's gone to bed. But I think since y'all are like 5 hours ahead of me, I'm going to start doing more live streams at like 10 o'clock my time. So like 10 or 11 o'clock my time, so it winds up being like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock y'all's time. So hopefully some of y'all are getting off of work and stuff like that, could catch it better than me doing it at like 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning y'all's time. I think that's a little bit more probably workable. Like I said, over 50% of my subscribers are from the UK, so I'm gonna try to take and make as much effort as possible going forward for my lives and make sure anybody that's able to take and watch it, they're not up at the, with the owls.
Want to stand out online? Go to Wix.com.
First off, shout out to Dan White Derulo. Shout out to anyone from Brunel Uni and anyone from Chepstow. My name's Elro. I'm like an undercover cop in bed. I'm undercover double. I'm undiscovered in rubble. And only trouble is that I keep staring at space. They call me Hubble, like a cocknig in the bath with a bong.
I like the wordplay between that. Talking about being like under rubble after talking about he's like a undercover cop into bed undercover, like under rubble, but he's always staring off into space, so they call him Hubble. Like that. I like that.
In a bubble. They say I'm blocking, I'm table-topping, I'm mocking, I'm mopping the floor for pills and shit. Then I'm dropping, I'm metaphorically though, I'm like a boffin, I'm boffing shit. The thought of a fag got me coughing, now I'm in the coffin. Underlying.
Dude, his style's a little bit different. I like this though. What?
I'm lying under my bed. I'm lying under the guillotine while they're giving me head. I'm like chlamydia butter, cause I'm easily spread. I'm like a kid named Ed, cause my eyes are red. Trying to have a quick...
I like this cat. Oh my goodness. Like his references is like, what?
Like a kid named Ed, cause my eyes are red. Trying to have a quick session and messy. Don't have a session when your mum's in the house. Learnt my lesson. Back to subject. I burn the best, and if you want to talk on my spliff, need investment. I want to kick it with Rip Waller and lick him. Lick the source of a virgin's legs. I'm cherry licking. I'm sicker than playing cricket with real stumps as wickets. I'm in love with a mouse named Minnie, but I'll take the mickey. A couple of people told me my shit was offensive.
So I stabbed them and put their heads on my fences. I told them I understand a joke is a joke, and if they weren't so dense, then maybe I wouldn't get so defensive.
I said I was offensive, so I cut off the head and put them on my fences. Oh my God! And then he went for the defensive. Like that's his wordplay is. I love this. Like this cat right here. I don't. Thank you for recommending him because this is. I'm digging this.
I'm like a newborn child because I'm a big tit sucker, like a man named Freud because I'm a clever motherfucker. This is the warm-up for SBTV. If you want to see more, just search me. Because I'm a chilled out drunk when I drink right, and I'm aware of the fact that my body ain't built for the fight night, but it gives me a chance to relax and forget the fact that I'm tall and white. But a bottle of vodka neat later, I keep drinking that ego inflator. I start thinking I'm Brad Pitt, only less chiseled and more tragic. Start texting my exes. I'm lying, I wish I had exes. I'm texting girls that I want to have sex with. 3 a.m. and I won't stop pesting. Hey you, it's 3 in the morning, I'm thinking about you. Only reason I'm drinking's about you, so come here and have sex with me. Please, I'm begging you. No text back, now I'm cringing, wondering why I keep whinging. Because a day goes by and I don't look back, and I'm gonna go back to the binging. It's a strange thing, but I've just started fingering. Got a smell on my fingers, it's lingering. Sick of small talk girls just mingling. Just give.
Bro, this cat is something else. You're talking about drunk texting girls, begging them for sex, cringing about it, and then later on having the smell on the fingers that's lingering. Like just the whole. Oh my God, this cat.
Give me the sex, my cock's tingling. Anyway, back to the girl, them serious. Come round, girls, chill with a beer with us. We got condoms, lubricant here with us. Watch Black Hawk Down, cry tears with us. We got a big TV with a HD input wildlife documentary serious here with us. Watching a mere cat move on a HD screen is mysterious. Wait, my phone's vibrating. I got a text from the girl I was dating. Well, when I say dating, I mean looking on her Facebook and masturbating. Went to Tesco to buy some chicken. Found a girl, so I stuck my dick in. Ended up in the back of the fruit aisle. The cops turned up, said I'm just cherry picking. Got head on a plane after takeoff. Found a girl, so I got her to take off. All her clothes, and she said, shown up, I'm a terrorist. Either way, I'm getting blown up. Because my head's fucked up off the Ritalin. My diet consisted of vodka and vitamins. Some people think I'm mad because I'm giggling, but given the chance, I choose head over ketamine. Listen, we're approaching an age when doesn't matter whether you're black or Asian. Doesn't matter whether your flow's amazing. If you're a white kid from Wales, you feel caged in. That's the reason I got Facebook, kids. So I can look at all the fit girls' tits. Have a little kick with a holiday pics. You might think that I sound quite sick. Screwed up from a couple of drugs like the crack. I'll be back with a backpack strapped to my back for the vitamins. Niacin, biotin, dealing the pills, but like vitamin C and things. Because I'm a middle-class junkie. I got a mate looks just like a monkey. Might sound like an arbitrary rhyme, but doesn't bother me, I'm just part-time. People telling me my bar's just random. 2 goats on a bike, that's random. Tandem, put them on a sunbed, randomly tandem. Then you've seen random, man them. I want to kick it with the richest bitches. I'll get them drunk and take pictures, witches. A bit creepy, I know, but I'll risk it. I'll flick more beans than a spark as switches. Girls go for the gangsters, right? Like drive-bys in the middle of the night. So I tried one and then I got hit by a fright. Boris Johnson, it cost me $6.99. That's a lot for congestion. So as a gangster, I asked him a question. Wrote him a letter with a couple of suggestions. Privatise all the public sections. Dear Boris, I'm writing. Well, I'm on a PC, so I'm actually typing. And as a gangster, I'm hyping. About $6.99 for a lap in a drive-by. These fees you're creating and making are taking the piss on my head's aching. I'm stating I've got a hard time with the dating. And I get less gash than a monk in Beijing. My name's Alro. Just give me a search. Alro Raps.
That shit was hilarious. Like that cat right there, that first bit, the way he took and rhymed things, and the scheme that he had was it was unique. And then the second part where he's talking about drinking and being so basically needy and weird and cringy and like you can't find a girl and stuff like that. It's that weird stuff like that. The weird rhymes, the ones that are just kind of out there, but there's talent there. Like I love that kind of stuff. So that's it for this evening. I'm gonna at some point in time this coming week, I'm gonna try like Monday, like 11 o'clock for an hour or two to do some live reactions to some stuff, and then Wednesday, because Tuesdays on my buddy Blake TV, we do a show together. Basically, it's done at 12 o'clock Eastern, so it'll be like 5 o'clock y'all's time. We just take and talk about whatever. We riff off of the people that are in chat because we just try to take and bring smile to people's faces. That's all we're trying to do whenever we do our show. We've been doing it for over a year now. Really enjoyed that. So if you're able to, Blake TV, definitely look him up and come by and say hello, because we like having people to talk with. We actually might be coming a podcast type thing here shortly. So, but that's the end of this for this evening. Y'all all, thank you so much, everybody that stopped in, that commented, that took and give me recommendations, and just hung out with me for a bit. I greatly appreciate it. Glad I took and finally did the full reaction to the album Frankenstein by English Frank. That's a masterpiece. Absolutely front to top to bottom. It's such a solid album. So thank you so much. Y'all all be good to each other. Love yourselves. Peace.